Okay, once you have all your parts completed, now it is time to create the assembly of those parts. So start with the main body of the pencil. So you're going to come up here to File, Make Assembly from Part, and then make sure that the body wood is selected over here in the which part you begin the assembly with, and then all you do is come over to your screen and click. Alright, and then the pencil will come in hopefully in this orientation, in the isometric orientation. Alright, so from here you go up to Insert Components, and then Browse, and then hopefully whatever folder you have all this stuff in, that's where you start pulling this in. So I'm just, for newbies, I'm just going to start bringing in all the parts. So I'm going to just drag the eraser in. Ferrule. And then lead. Alright. Now let's start off with some of the easiest parts first. So to get these all orientated correctly, you'll use what's called mating. Now you notice over in your history tree over here, this F appears under the body wood. That's very important. That F means that this part is fixed. So all the other parts will be related to that part. Alright, from this point now what you do is you go up to Mate. In the Mate selections, you're selecting faces, features, edges, vertices. So most of these parts are round, so it's easy to select. So I'm going to select the outer face of the lead and the inner diameter of the pencil. And it automatically says, okay, but we want to use a concentric mate on that, and I'm going to accept. Now you notice I have a sharpened point here because I have a relation on there. Alright, so I'm gonna exit out of the mate, and you'll have this degree of freedom inside the pencil. So I'm gonna hit mate again. I'm gonna rotate my part. I'm gonna select this flat planar face and mate it to this flat planar face of the pencil. And then I'm going to accept. Alright, so these two faces are planar now. Now basically the lead is done. Alright, now you can right click on any part and rotate those parts. Right click and rotate. Obviously I can't rotate this one because this one's fixed. That says the component is fixed. Alright, so now I'm going to mate the ferrule to the body, so I'm going to use again the inside diameter here and mate that to the outside diameter over here. If it ends up in your part like that, that is really no big deal. Alright, so now I'm going to left mouse click and just drag this. I'm just dragging it. Okay, now I'm going to mate this flat planar face of the ferrule to this flat planar face on the body and accept that. Alright, now you still have a rotational degree of freedom in here, which is fine because that's really what that part has in there. Alright, now with the eraser I'm going to do the same thing. Again, the outside diameter and inside diameter. Let's grab the outside diameter of this to the inside diameter of that. So now it's concentric. Now again, it's embedded inside there, but again, I can take my mouse and click. So I'm left mouse clicking and drag, so I can drag it out of there. And now I'm going to click this face to this face of the pencil and make those coincident and accept. And basically, that assembly is pretty much done. Okay, now to get the sharpened end of the pencil, it's a little bit more involved, so you're going to follow pretty closely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a reference plane on there, but I'm going to use a plane that is that I've already used in the body. So So basically this right plane, I'm going to go to reference geometry and plane, and then I'm going to put one right on top of that plane, because you want to put this plane in the assembly and not sketch on a plane in the part. So again, that's 0, and accept that. So now in the history tree, here's the plane. So I'm going to go up here to assembly features, and I'm going to do a revolve cut on that plane. Alright, I'm going to start sketching lines. So this is basically your cutting tool, what you're sketching. Your horizontal line, here's my angle, and there's another horizontal line, and there's that. Make sure though that your visibility is, you're showing all the types, because you're going to use this to reference. So click on show all types and click here, and then make sure the temporary axis is on, because you want to see that axis right there. Alright, so I'm going to make this line. I'm using holding my control key down that line, and I'm going to make those collinear. Alright, you can see that little collinear line there. I'm going to put a dimension here and here for my cutting tool. Let's say that the angle of that sharpening is 20 degrees. And then I'm going to make a dimension from that face to this face. And I'm going to say that pencil lead is, I don't know, it's 0.00, no, let's go 10,000, see what that looks like. Alright. This height doesn't matter because this is just going to revolve around an axis. So then you close out your sketch. And then it's asking for the center of the axis of revolution. That would be this line. And then you accept here. And then there's your pencil lead. Now again, that is in the context of the assembly. So what I want you to do is click on this guy, and go up to edit feature and propagate feature to parts, and accept that. Alright. So from here, you go ahead, click on here, open part, and now it's in that actual part. So the angle is brought into the part. So that's what that reference right there means, that minus.